Hello, my name is Lindsay from Astra Street Furniture. Have you had the situation where grants become available that look relevant for your business or school to be eligible, and then you go through the detailed application process only to be turned down? It can be extremely disappointing to spend time on the application for desperately needed improvements and then wait in suspense hoping that you will win the grant funding only for it to pass off as an imagination. This is most likely due to holes in your application, which may include not filling it out properly or not standing out against the crowd of thousands of other applications. As we deal closely with the working of grants through a variety of educational facilities and healthcare institutions, we have come to notice some important points that are often missed when completing a grant application. Firstly, eligibility. It is important that as an organisation the grant is correctly understood and eligibility is thoroughly checked. Before starting the process of the grant application, you should make yourself familiar with the funding round summary, all the relevant documents and any other supporting material. After going through this information, you will be able to make an accurate and informed decision on whether your organisation is eligible to apply for the grant before investing valuable time and resources into preparing the grant application. Next is deadlines. Be sure to check the dates early in your research so you don't miss key deadlines. Some grant applications require an expression of interest to be submitted by a fixed date ahead of the official grant application deadline. The more time you give yourself to draft the application, it will eliminate the stress of rushing in at the last minute with a botched attempt. Don't start too late and rush the process, or steps will be missed and important sections of the research and application stages will be compromised. Thirdly, it is important to be definite. Following on from the above point, be choosy. Do not invest all your time into preparing the grant application for the very first grant that you find. Do some research into different grants and decide which ones best suit your project or areas within the facility that need improving most. Collate a list and slowly break them down depending on their details until you determine which grant is best for your organisation currently. Point 4 is to demonstrate the benefits. In your application, it is important to clearly demonstrate your understanding of the need for the funding available and how it will directly benefit your organisation and community. Your application should outline the great need and desire from the target group to which the grant applies. It is helpful for the board reviewing the grant applications to see that there will be a direct benefit to the target group and community and evidence to support the approach for funding to be granted. Point 5 is to ensure you outline the plan. Highlight in your application how the proposal will be implemented within the organisation and point out the value for money that will be achieved with the grant funding. Include details on how the objectives will be met in order to achieve fulfilment from the approved funding. Outline a clear and effective plan with evidence of confidence in your strategy and how the funding will be utilised by the organisation. Point 6 is to demonstrate a track record. When doing your research, before filling out the grant applications, take note of the maximum amount that is being funded and don't be greedy. If the grant is offering funds up to $40,000, don't ask for any more. Otherwise, that will be an immediate disqualification. Double check if the funds on offer include GST or not. Continuing with this point, it's also beneficial to emphasise your capabilities when managing a budget. Highlight any experience you have in managing a budget and completing a project successfully and on time. It will be extremely helpful for the grant assessor to see that if the funds are awarded to your organisation, they will be utilised in a strategic and beneficial way according to a mapped out plan. Lastly, and most importantly, be prepared. Once you have drafted and revised the application and it has been submitted, be prepared to start your grant project immediately if you are successful. Majority of the grants that become available have deadlines for the funding to be spent by, so it is important to have everything in place to get the ball rolling if the application is successful. File any support documents including quotes so you can implement with speed once approved. Taking into consideration these crucial points will boost your chances of that funding becoming yours. The trick is learning how to correctly ask for it so it is well earned. Don't start too late and rush the process, or steps will be missed and important sections of the research and application stages will be compromised. Prepare to put in the hard yards only if you are certain you qualify for the grant, as you will need to create a plan to outline what the grant is going to achieve. Astra Street Furniture can assist the process by providing a quote proposal for products that may form part of the project. Submitting firm pricing in the form of a quote or proposal will help point 6 with emphasising your budgeting capabilities. I hope this has given you some ideas on how to strengthen your next grant applications. Thank you.